I watched one madman destroy my world. I'm not going to let another harm this one.
Justice League Gods and Monsters is upon us. There could be an uproar here because we're meeting these new characters with completely different backstories. So, I mean, we don't want to spoil too much, but Batman he's a vampire.
Batman is a vampire. He's a bloodsucker. And he's played by Michael C. Hall, which is a very different take on Batman. You can almost hear the wounded quality in the character. He's a Batman that has come back from cancer. He's gotten some antidote inside of his system, but it has turned him into
a vampire.
Yes. But I was also, full disclosure, asked to be the moderator on the panel that they had here, which was an amazing honor. And I'm not going to let that color my opinion of the movie, because I was skeptical. I thought the characters looked strange. They just looked so weird. I love the movie, but I also applaud DC and Warner Brothers and the whole sort of creative team for trying something so risky.
The whole world's coming down. Evacuate Metropolis.
And then Wonder Woman has a completely different backstory.
Yes.
Like, yes, she comes from another world, but she's heartbroken and she's torn and she's coming to Earth.
Alternate Earth.
Yes.
Superman isn't Clark Kent. He's not even Kal-El.
No.
He's raised by Mexican immigrants. He's played by Benjamin Bratt, and he does a terrific Superman.
Dios mío.
This is a very dark animated series,
Yes,
a dark
very
animated
dark,
movie.
yes.
They wanted to go to dark places, and that's exactly where it goes here. This is
Yep.
for adults. This is for fans of comics, but also not, because you can jump into this thing not knowing anything.
Watching it, you're wondering how the hell did they basically clear the table and
Yeah.
start from scratch? Because
Yeah.
that's what they had to do.
Sure. There could be some moments there where you might fall off a little bit, only because of how many action movies we've seen where like a big troop of people come in and there's going to be something big that goes down and you know it's going to happen, so you kind of feel a lull in it. Those were the only moments that I dropped off a bit, but the voice acting in this animated movie is phenomenal. Like, it's just so great. You really feel the power behind the voices, you feel the power of the characters.
He's not my boyfriend.
I loved Batman in this. So when I first saw the costume, I was like, this is weird. It's just, he's got red eyes and they're like rounded ears, but it's amazing in motion, and you can see the little details and the little armor plating. And I loved Michael C. Hall's wounded interpretation. You know, you could feel that this was a guy that fought his way back from death and now feels an obligation to be a hero, but he also has no compunction for having to kill the enemies if he has to, and he also has to satiate his thirst for blood. It's very interesting, very complex, and you know, it makes this also very fresh. I really hope that DC takes the baton that Bruce Timm has kind of handed to them and makes some comic series or a sequel, and
then maybe has him direct their live-action movies.
That would be all right too. Yeah. All right. What are you going to give Justice League Gods and Monsters?
He's an 8.5.
Gets a 9 from me. Great stuff. EP's movie coverage is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Splatoon for the Wii U.